And now the announcements. Welcome to the announcements. We're here for announcements. I'm going to do some announcing, starting with the schedule. As always, the schedule is as follows. There are no more games in April. This is the last one. Isn't that great? Next, we have tomorrow the introduction session for Song of the Crown character Hylia, which will be played by Apostate. Now, Apostate will be featured in today's session, but nobody can hear them right now because nobody can hear anybody else other than me in the announcements. Then, on the 30th, we have Patchwork's introduction session. Huzzah. We now have a May schedule. Gird thy loins, specifically for the May schedule. Kingdom of Darkness on the 13th and the 27th. Same time as always. Baptized in Blood on the 4th and the 18th. So you may have noticed that those are Mondays. They are in fact Mondays. We have switched Baptized in Blood from a Saturday game to a Monday game. On the same weeks, generally. Never mind, not at all. I thought I did, but I didn't. It's okay. The 4th and the 18th for Baptized in Blood. Then, on the 22nd of May, we will have Slate and Shale, characters in Song of the Crown. Their introduction session will occur on that day. Now, you may be wondering, but as there are two of them, why aren't there two sessions? You will find out in the introduction session why there are two of them in the same introduction session. Just prepare yourself for it to be twice as long, because there are two of them. That's it for the schedule. Other announcements. We generally upload on Mondays. I'm still figuring out when I want to upload the introduction sessions. Additional announcement regarding From Depths Unkind. From Depths Unkind has had its session 0. Now you may be wondering, well, where are the introduction sessions, Dan? They're not on the schedule, and we didn't talk about them. They will be scheduled once I am aware of what the fate is of two of the characters who will be attempting to join From Depths Unkind. They are carryover characters from an active campaign. Those players have chosen to carry their characters over, should they survive. And if they don't survive, well then, we still have to wait anyway to find out if they do. So I didn't schedule anything. That just means when we get closer to FDU, From Depths and Kinds, air dates, when we start, having those sessions, we'll just have like a big week or two of just a bunch of section introductions, character introductions. So don't worry about it. Don't go crazy. Don't start foaming at the mouth. So they'll happen. Don't worry. All right. That's it for the announcements. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the gameplay channel. Oh shit! I broke King Crimson the other day. Oopsie. Technical difficulty. Real quick. This is not something that needs the technical difficulties page, but it is a technical difficulty. Go ahead and copy. Where the fuck is she? There she is. So, there we go. Okay. Now you may have noticed Dart's not with us today. That's because work's being a poop head. It is what it is. Alright, let's go ahead and do introductions. Who wants to start?
I'll go. I'm Dee, and I'm playing Agna, who is a cleric. And I am not second guessing my spell list at all, whatsoever. Not even a little bit.
I don't know why you would be. You should be confident in your choices.
I don't know, CJ.
Okay, who's next?
I'm Cynthia, and I play Nin, and she has absolutely no doubts whatsoever about what's going on.
No. Okay, that's great. What about you? Do you have
Next.
Do you have doubts as to what's
Me?
going on?
Oh God, I have lots of doubts, but Nin doesn't.
I'm sure and I've been speculating, but I'm pretty sure that we've entered the period of this game where your paranoia about what's about to happen next is increasing 100-fold every session that goes by, right?
No, not 100-fold.
Okay.
Maybe 50.
Maybe 50. Okay. I mean, that's better.
Maybe 50.
All right. Who's next?
I can go. Phosphate. I'm playing Theophania of Rancor. She's just stoked to not have to climb any mountains with a busted arm, and I am paranoid about everything, which is the only way to make sure that you're never surprised and always right.
And last but not least...
Hi, I'm Lorenia, and I'm playing the very upset Crimson Darling because she couldn't sing last session.
Oh, well. Oh, well. Time for the recap.
Okay. Welcome to the recap provided tonight by the adventurous Crimson Darling. Last time on Kingdom of Darkness. The party, fresh out of Brescia, decides to head north and make it to the tree line sooner. On the first night of camp, Crimson apologizes to Ramia, and they discuss a myriad of topics like elven biology and the Squidly Spooch. On the second night of watch, Nin and Ramia talk about Anzai at length and what life on the road would look like with Ramia. Crimson and Theophania discuss comedy at length, and Crimson insists that they're friends. And Crimson tells Theophania all about the majestic elven Squidly Spooch. We decided to have Ramia do reconnaissance for us while the rest of us continue to the east. When she comes back a few days later, the enemy is closing in on us. Crimson suggests giving Ramia Sabria if things look dire for them, to which the vampire agrees. As the army closes in, we race across the mountains to put distance between us and them. On the other side, we encounter a small hut in the woods. After some magical ding-dong ditch and spying, Crimson and Nin approach the hut. After having some salt thrown at us along with some microaggressions, we are led inside by the mysterious Madame. While the party trades information and goods with the woman, we settle in for the night. With few good options on where to go next, we go to sleep. And that's the recap! What will happen next, find out now in Kingdom of Darkness.
Great. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and activate our next scene here. And that is Krunth, and thereby activating Dee and her Hex Crawl Madness. So. Is this the one I want?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay. Can we all see? We're all good?
Yep.
Wonderful.
I am in the wrong map, I think. Maybe?
No, you're in the right map. Try right here.
Oh, okay. I see. I understand what's happening now.
Okay. Last we left off, as described, you guys were hanging out in this lady's hut, and it is the following morning as you wake up from a long, long night.
She doing anything weird? She just normal?
Well, as you wake up, she is not in the building. She's no longer in the building. She must be outside, putzing or something.
I will peek out a window to see if we can see what she's doing.
You take a peek out the window and you see that she is tending to her garden.
That's lovely. It's we gotta go. we gotta get the fuck out of here. I think Agna will wait for folks to start waking up and getting ready to push off, as it were.
Okay. Well, folks.
Nin's gonna wake up and look around and remember that she's actually spent the night inside for a change, which is delightful and lovely. And she's gonna look for Sabria.
Sabria's in the room.
Doing what?
She's reading one of those books that she has.
Oh, okay. Ugh. And how long have you been up?
Since the sun came up. A couple hours ago.
We've lost traveling time then.
I guess we needed the rest.
I guess we did. So what do you think of our hostess?
She's nice. She made me some tea this morning and let me have some crackers.
Ooh, very nice. Shall we wake the others?
I suppose. Closes the book. Puts it in her bag. Goes over and shakes Theophania awake.
Ah, spiders! Ah. Oh. Oh. Sabria?
Mm-hmm.
And you're sure you're not a spider?
Pretty sure.
Hmm. Okay. We're going then? We're leaving?
I suppose. We need to keep moving. So.
Yeah.
Is Ramnia in the hut with us? I can't remember if she came in or not.
She did come in last night, but she didn't stay inside for sleep. She went outside.
Nin is going to She's going to drop her pillow on Dart and skip out of range.
Dart is groggy this morning and is sluggish.
Do you want to wake Crimson, Theophania, or Agna? Or do we let Sabria?
I think I can manage. And Theophania will get up, take a deep breath, do a few little stretches, mutter something unintelligible under her breath, and she will go to Crimson's ear and just whisper really loudly and insistently, Crimson, they're taking your squiddly spooch. Crimson, your squiddly spooch.
No, my squiddly spooch. And Crimson sits up really quickly, and then looks around and wait a minute. That's not even real.
What's not even real?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
All right. Do you want to wake up Agna?
Oh, yes, I would love to wake up Agna.
Go for it.
Crimson slowly pitter patters over to Agna and just gets down next to her, kind of crouches and goes, "Oh, sweet Agna, it's morning. Time to wake up. We're all waiting for you."
She'll open one eye relatively quickly and be like, "I have been waiting on all of you to start waking up for an hour," and then she will get up and finish getting ready to go.
Never underestimate a nun's ability to adhere to the hours of the day.
Truly. Are we saying our goodbyes? Are we getting the heck out of Dodge?
Maybe with one song we can go.
If she'll let you sing a song to say goodbye, yeah, go for it.
Nin is going around tidying up as much as she can. It's entirely possible that the demon army will bypass this lady. We don't know. She doubts it, but hey.
Okay, you guys gather yourselves, proceed out of the hut once you have your stuff together. Do you say goodbye to the lady?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She's putzing in her garden, weeding and such.
Thank you.
Ah, well, the company wasn't so bad.
The company was most enlightening.
Now listen
Thank
here.
you again for letting.
Be careful where you go next.
Oh,
Yes, like I said, those crazy bastards are in Innersford. Just to the north. Stay away from them if you can. Go too far east and you'll risk approaching Tower Rock. Lots of monsters out that way. Very wild land.
Last chance to hitch a ride.
I'm good. I don't need to come along.
madam,
Hmm.
you said Tower Rock. That's to the east. What is the one just to the west and in front of us?
You mean Black Crag to the north?
Yes.
Black Crag Rock is, bad news, too. A lot of,
Better?
I would avoid both of them if possible, but if you can't, highways being what they are, faster travel, that sort of thing. I'd, see if I could give a wide enough berth that I don't have to go on Black Crag Rock. The place is supposedly very haunted. So,
Yay. Ghosts.
infested with monsters and that sort of stuff. Not that round here is much better.
Well, don't speak so quietly about yourself. You're quite an excellent host and companion. All right, I guess we set off.
Okay.
Wait. Madame,
Yes.
may I sing you a song before we go?
No singing. No, I told you no singing. She picks up her garden rake and starts swinging it as she chases you off her property. Get out of here! Get out of here!
Crimson runs.
Oh, poor Crimson. We make our way out. I have drafted a path.
I see that.
Yes, you have.
I think trying to split the difference between Black Crag and Tower sounds like our way to go. I think we take a slow couple of days past Innersford, like regular lenient pace sneaking as we go. Probably all the way to the fucking river, which is annoying, but I really don't want to get caught between here and the river. Ford the river, and then try to move a little bit faster once we get past it. So that's what? That's, fuck.
So if
90
you
miles, sneaking, 90 it's, how many days by 15?
if you move at slow stealth, you crawl to the minimum, which is 5 miles a day.
Oh, even, and we can't just roll a stealth at lenient?
No, not at leisurely. No.
Not at leisurely. Then do we just book it for 3 days? Or do we want to move slowly? Maybe we book it to the road, stealth over the road, book it to the river, stealth over the river, and then onward.
That sounds like a good bet, and that gives us chances to rest and scavenge.
Yeah.
So you want to book it to the road.
Yeah. So one day to the road,
Okay.
stealth past the road the next day, book it to the river. It's 90 miles. Stealth over the river,
If possible.
if possible. And then maybe one more day in stealth just to give us back to equal, even numbers and not counting like weird half hexes.
Right. You can only move at like a... You can't like be positioned on a half a hex. That doesn't work. So...
Yeah, exactly.
So booking it to the road... Take you a day to here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys want to commit to that?
I don't like the way you asked that question.
It's how else do you prefer I ask that question?
I know.
Okay, he's the GM. He has to ask the question that way. He's also trying to throw us off our game, so
Yeah,
I think your plan's a good one.
We should just do it. Yeah, we'll book it to the road.
Okay. So you're gonna book it to the road. 1, 2. Quickened pace will increase you guys to 30, so that'll take you to the road right here. You'll need to pass Constitution saving throws at the end of the day to resist exhaustion, of course. And I do have to roll for the encounter, so give me a moment. All right. The encounter and the weather. So this is forest, obviously. Ooh, someone's tired.
It's me.
It's you.
Ooh.
Come on. Thank you.
Okay. So successes for Theophania and Nin. Failure for Agna and Crimson. Need to roll for Dart.
And Sabria.
And Sabria. And of course, as you guys leave the lady's hut, Dart got a 19. Ramia does rejoin you. Sabria passes. And Ramia can't be exhausted. So she automatically passes. Okay. As reach the road, you find one of those cozy campsites that are on Corinthian highways. It's a raised platform. There's usually a spot to build a fire that's raised off the road that's paved. It's abandoned. There's nobody here right now. You could camp here for the night.
We
I
could.
think it's a trap.
I think it's a trap too.
I think we don't camp on the platform.
Totally agree. Completely agree. We are not camping on the platform. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
All right.
Well, no, never mind. No, we're not going near the platform.
No.
Okay. Do you guys want to camp on the side of the road you started on the other side of the road?
The other side of the road.
Okay. Go fair distance into the forest on that side of the road as it begins to draw dark. And you guys build your camp. At camp, what would you all like to talk about?
Do you think that Madame is going to survive?
No. Not at all. No.
I don't think so either, but odder things have happened.
Ugh. If she does it, I would be highly impressed. And I guess the real answer is we are never going to know. So if it makes us all feel better, sure. I think she'll survive. Sure.
I thought I was bad at lightning spirits. Damn.
I don't think it is helpful to be unrealistic about our current situation.
Our current situation or her current situation?
If they come after her, it means we didn't lose them in the mountains. So, that's a day in advance of whatever the fuck is gonna happen to us.
D, they're advancing. Period. Whether it's us or not, they are going to be advancing.
I know. I'll feel better, I think, when we have the orphan behind us.
We'll
Not
see.
exactly. Sorry, go ahead.
No, we'll see. That's all she was going to say.
I'm really not looking forward to dealing with whoever is working out of Black Pride. I think that is going to be really bad for me specifically.
Why you specifically?
I don't know, maybe on the account of the cult I was raised in?
Oh, is that where they are?
I don't know that it's the same one, but it's all kind of the same family, right?
What?
It's it's go ahead.
No, we don't know. Explain.
When those guards attacked us, they sort of inferred that I was a traitor. And if this is the same cult that sent those guards, that makes me a little jumpy, I think.
But you're not certain about their identity or their loyalties.
No, but no, it doesn't. But I'd almost feel better if I knew for sure. Maybe. Probably not. That's probably bullshit. But it doesn't make me feel good not knowing.
It does make you feel good.
Very little, I'm finding.
Yes?
Oh. There's no good way to follow that up, I think, actually. You know? I don't know what I'm going to do when we get to the other side of the wall.
No, I meant Black Grog.
What about it?
I assume you do not want to go and see if that's who you thought it was.
I can live the rest of my life not knowing for sure, I think, as long as we yeah, I can live the rest of my life not knowing that, I think.
I am going to take first watch. The rest of you get some sleep.
I'll take second. Actually, should we do 2-2-2 again? We should probably do 2-2-2 again. We're so close to enter third.
Probably. Yes.
You and me,
Sure.
Anya and Dart, Crimson, and Ramia?
I think that's okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That sounds good.
Okay. First watch. Would you like to make your rolls, your perception rolls for your first watch?
Oh,
Sure thing.
yeah. I have this at disadvantage, don't I?
Because you're exhausted? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not a great roll there, Agna. Not great. Not terrible,
Terrible? Yeah.
but it's not great. Nin's roll is great. During your first watch, after the sun has gone down, you do hear movement on the road some distance away. Rapid, thunderous hooves of horses.
Going which direction?
Sounds like they're heading west.
Toward Innisford?
Towards Innisford.
Yeah, I think we'll just stay where we are.
Point of order, I don't think we would have been dumb enough to start a fire. Did we start a fire?
That's up to you guys if you start
No.
a fire.
Nay.
I don't think we were dumb enough to try that here.
Super cold then. Super cold
Nope.
night, you guys.
No, it's not because Agna
The thermal
turned on her heater.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then not super cold night for you guys because of the thermal exchanger.
Yeah, and if we start a fight, I'm happy to burn a spell on that. I'm assuming we would have stayed we would have tried to keep folks pretty well hidden going to sleep here. I think Agna, like Nin, will follow Nin's lead. Sit back from the road, keep as quiet as possible.
Okay.
And watch to see who and what goes which direction.
After a couple of hours, you hear another patrol, maybe, go by.
Same direction or different?
Coming the opposite way. This one.
Yeah, that sounds like a patrol, and I'm really glad we didn't spend the night on the platform.
You guys are.
Should we?
Go ahead.
Should we move the group?
No, we'll attract more attention if we're bumbling around in the dark.
Fair enough. We leave at first light, though.
Agreed.
After another hour, Ramia comes over to the three of you. She's been doing...
The three of us.
The two of you. She's the third. She comes over
Right.
to the two of you and says, well, our friends over there continue going by every couple of hours at breakneck speeds?
Mm-hmm. They do.
Hmm. Oh.
Can you tell if they're vampires from this distance?
No, that's too far, but there are quite a few of them. People, I mean. It's a lot.
Yeah, Innisford is a good place to pass by.
Yes. I also don't want to alarm you, but we do have a visitor in camp.
What does that mean?
Are you familiar with the Woodstalker? Some cultures call it the Vendigo.
Hide behind the trees?
Well, these ones are a bit more aggressive since such sorts, and she gestures towards the road, have come and invaded their wood and corrupted it with their foul magics.
Okay.
And she kind of like points over at where the others are sleeping, and there's this tall figure, 15 feet tall, easily could have mistaken it for a tree without it being pointed out. She says, "Don't panic, that'll set it off." But as your eyes go from the bottom where it's like your vision kind of blurs and your brain makes you want to think it's a tree, it much more clearly becomes like a tall figure that has arms and sort of like a deer's skull for a head, rows of sharp teeth, which do not belong on a deer skull at all, and antlers, a big set of antlers on top. It's sort of like covered in a thick black moss. It's sort of like a cloak. I was looking down from where it's standing at the members of the party that are sleeping.
Done anything to annoy them?
Well, if we don't draw attention to it, there's the good likelihood that they will not even notice it. But we shouldn't do anything that could be perceived as harm towards the forest. That would set it off, and we would have a very, very bad time.
So, no fire was the right choice.
Mm-hmm. Was the right choice for the night, yes. It picked us up a while ago. A couple miles
Would
back.
hunting bother it?
So long as that's a very interesting question, because sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. You know, these things are part of local folklore in Skaraptica, both east and west.
I think we should probably not wake any of the others up.
Ignore it for now. It might move on. There's plenty of noise over there to draw its attention.
I'll keep an eye on that, and then you keep watching the road.
I'll keep watching the road. However, I see a lot more fruit and mushrooms in our future.
I also may have forgot last session that I have create food and water. So I can do that as well. With
That would have been helpful.
I know. I know.
Is it one of the spells you took this time, though?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Did I mention it to you? I don't recall, but I did like take a mental note that you have that, and then you really went through with all of the accounting for like the food supplies, and I was so proud of you. I was so proud of you for going through with it. It is more fun to do the accounting. Yeah.
No, but I don't want to burn it. Honestly, I don't want to burn it unless we have good reason to. Just because it's a pretty powerful spell. But I have it if we need it. And if that thing keeps following us, that's a pretty good.
That's a good reason to need it.
No, yeah, because I want to preserve as much possible for the thermal exchanger, but if we gotta, we can.
So, Din is going to watch the road, and Agna's going to watch the Wendigo,
Woodstalker.
which I am Woodstalker.
Yes.
And I think that's going to be the rest of our watch.
Okay.
What does the Woodstalker do?
It just stares at the sleeping members of the party. That's it. That's all it does. It just stares at them.
I guess we're staying up all night, Agna.
Yeah, I think that's more worth it. We were planning on having a slow day tomorrow anyway. I think that's fine.
Okay. I need both of you to roll for me con saves.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yep. Okay. Despite yourselves, you both manage to stay up until dawn. As you do so, and the others aren't woken up at all, around... It had to have been exactly dawn somehow. Can't really tell because you're in Skaraptica. It's very difficult to notice when exactly the sun comes up. The amount of light only changes a little bit because of the canopies. But the Woodstalker notices. And as the sun does come up, it leaves silently as it moves in a sort of unnatural way, like passing through as part of the forest, like moving into a tree and then out of another one, and then into another one, and then out of another one, and it's very quickly it's gone.
Ooh, well,
That's not terrifying in the slightest.
let's hope it doesn't follow us. Let's get the others up and get moving.
Yeah. So, did we not panic enough, Ramya?
No, that was good. That was very good. Those things, I wouldn't be able to save all of you if we had to fight it. Someone would have died. So, it's good we didn't have to fight it.
Not to mention the attention it would have caused.
Right.
I think as Agna starts to shake people awake, and as we get ready to go for the day, she will, as calmly as possible, explain to the party what she and Nin saw last night, just so that everyone knows tonight to keep an eye out for it in case it followed us.
And which is why Nin won't be hunting for animals. And we probably won't have a fire.
Okay.
Brr. Okay, survival check.
Yes, and do you want to declare that you are moving slow stealthed for the next few days?
I think a few days of stealth just to get us out of Innersford. And like any trail that we left behind fording the road is behind us would be good, but I also understand if slowing down that much gives people hives. So that would be my vote. I'm assuming we have not heard anything behind us that would make us think otherwise, but that would be my vote.
So far you haven't
Is there
heard any like sounds of insects or anything like that coming, so
can you use stealth to hide our trail?
that's what that essentially does, is it helps hide your trail. It helps you like...
No, I meant one of us rolling for stealth.
No. It would have to be a group average check.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine. Or we could do 1 day of stealth, do 2 days of stealth on the other side of the river.
Okay. I think that works. I'm still gonna roll for survival. See
Okay.
if I can find any in the woods or something tasty.
Yeah, you do find some mushrooms. You find a little patch of yum gums. Yum gums are those mushrooms that you chew. They become very gummy, and you can stick stuff together with them when you're done chewing with them. There's an old wives' tale about if you swallow them, they become rocks in your stomach. Supposedly that's not true. You don't know. You've never had one of these before. But you find some yum gums.
And hopefully some other things.
Yeah, you do find some like edibles, like edible like nuts, berries, that sort of stuff.
Oh, good.
I've added a pound of yum gums to your inventory. I said I added a pound of. There they are. 1 unit of yum gum mushrooms.
Okay. Do we know what the nutritional value of those are?
About them as much as a pack of gum.
Okay.
But they are flavorful.
Sometimes that's all you need. So, what does the rest of the party think of our Woodstalker encounter?
Ramia says, well, you know my thoughts. You all put yourselves very, very well. 'Twas good. We didn't have to fight. So I'm happy with that.
How many Woodstalkers are there in any one area?
Ooh, good question. I don't know that. I'm not a student of MaestroRage, I suppose is what it's called. I don't actually know. I'm not much of an academic when it comes to these sorts of things. So. And if you guys...
No fires, no hunting, and behave ourselves. I think we can avoid angering them.
Yes. Yeah. And I would like you guys to make your group stealth check for today.
Stealth.
Okay, since you're in the woods, I add 3 to the average. So let's see, that's 10 plus 12 plus 17 plus 20 divided by 6. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 5. Sorry, plus 3 is a 17. Okay. That'll be those 5 miles, and that'll be a day. So you will not move from this hex today. You'll need to put another 10 miles on. Would you like to continue stealth for the next 10 miles, so 2 more days?
At least one more day? Will that get us out of the hex?
No, you need 2 days of travel to get out of the hex at 5 miles. It's 15 miles per hex.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, then
We could go at a leisurely pace, and then we're just like 5 miles ahead of the hex, technically.
Yeah.
And we just need to gain the ground somewhere, to make the math easier on my brain. But the option is either do it here or do it past the river, I think.
I say go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, leisurely pace for the next day.
And then I think I want to go to this hex and not I mean, I guess how close to the main road do we want to get? My vote is not.
Not.
Then I think we take the 2 days to get here.
But
Particularly,
Or we can book it because we're back. We have all of our exhaustion levels back.
a particularly sparse section of forest, Nin.
yes, particularly.
Yeah. Let me just go ahead and do this real quick for your tile. Okay. On this tile, you stumble across an old campsite. The embers are cold, and there's still wood set aside as if the denizens were going to return. But there are no signs of other people about. No tents, no tracks, nothing.
Trap. Fucking trap.
No,
I
not
will
trap.
not-
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
not a trap. It's someone who ran afoul of one of the wood watchers, and we're going to make a detour around it for that reason.
Yeah, we will not be. We will be camping at a reasonable distance away from the camp.
Okay. So you take
And
some
no
ti-
fire.
Yeah, you take some time to head further away from that camp and, no fire. Okay. Who shall do first watch at your, I feel like it should be your Theophania and your Dart watch. First
Sure.
watch. Just for the roleplay opportunity that was not had the night the Woodstalker visited you guys,
I'm all for that because Nin is really tired. She's gonna take last watch.
Okay.
That just means getting up early.
Yeah. You guys okay with that? Just setting that as
Yeah.
your watch rotation unless you wouldn't change it up. Okay. So Theophania, as everyone beds down for the night, I almost said Lee. Dart is particularly quiet and not in much of a talkative mood. That's the DM saying, I'm not going to talk for him. Which I think is fair. I'm not going to put words in that guy's mouth. So, if you want to speak with Ramia, you certainly can, because she has not been sleeping at all since you guys have started your journey.
I will ask her about that, actually. I think Theophania will, between looking intently around, will be like, so you've been active?
Yes. You've noticed I've been active?
I know, it's impressive.
Well, it's not that impressive if you were, like me. It's just part of, the nature of beings such as myself. I mean, there are plenty of creatures out there that do not sleep at all. Most of them undead. So.
Do demons sleep?
Some. But not all.
Is there any particular ruling as to which ones do or don't, or is it more of a case by case?
I'm not a demonologist, and I don't tend to study them. I only fight them if they're in my way. I tend to not spend time wondering if that particular one sleeps or not. But from my understanding, it is a part of the division in the stratas. So you have the bestial, right? You have the lesser and then the greater, and then you have your rulers and such. Bestial ones do sleep. I don't know if lesser demons sleep, but I do know greater demons do not.
Ah. And have there been a lot of demons in your way these nights we've been on the road?
Oh, no. It's been rather quiet. Most things that I've come across were the regular beasts of the place. Although I did see a forest strider the other day, and that was a sight to behold. I didn't wake you all, though, because that would have required moving you. I do range a little far when I'm out and about.
Forest Strider? Is this like that Woodstalker that they mentioned?
Different creature entirely, but I can see where you would
Huh.
draw the line to connect them. The words for the naming is similar. Forest Striders are big reptilian beasts. People believe that they are related to dragons and that they are reptilian and breathe fire. It's a very simplistic way of going about it. They are sort of big creatures that can they have sort of a long-armed, short-legged sort of morphology. Big and hulking too. They actually eat trees. They are part of the local ecosystem. The wood that they devour fuels the furnaces in their bellies, which gives them energy and such. So they are part of clearing out the very old parts of the forest to help process it and make it anew. So, but they are fierce, and I have seen one flatten a man completely into a paste once. It's an awesome sight to behold. Terrifying, but awesome.
Comforting.
Yeah, well, you would hear them coming before you see them. They do not move about the forest in such a way as to be stealthy, not like the Woodstalker. So, that is perhaps the best way to think about it. The Woodstalker is stealthy because it stalks you, whereas the Strider moves through the woods, through the forest, without a care in the world. It needs not worry.
Huh. Is this knowledge you've happened upon by accumulation of years, or do you have a particular interest in the ecosystems and beasties?
Skaraptica is an interesting place, but I'm no student, I'm no academic. But I have spent a great deal of time in it, traveling. It's kind of hard to avoid it if you're looking for the more remote places of Earth.
What makes this place the most interesting?
Skaraptica is different than any other forest in Corinth, for certain. The trees are more dense and tall. The canopy creates a sort of night here, so more nocturnal creatures are present. And it has a rich history of being at the center of many dark things. Is casually referred to as the Dark Forest. I would think you would know this as being, well, weren't you from the Victoriana area?
Cut out, was I?
Yeah, you were. Which is not very far. It's right over there. Currently held by bugs.
Bugs.
Yeah.
I suppose, though I never really went out much.
Oh well.
Definitely not a venture out into the anywhere, really.
Well,
Sort of.
here you are in some of the most remote parts. We're fairly close to Innisford, I think, but miles and miles to be sure. Are you enjoying your first real hike in the woods?
No.
Oh, well, perhaps taking that splint off would help you. I don't think you're still broken.
Are you sure? I'm sort of afraid that this comes off and then the arm follows.
Well, if you trust me, I'll take it off for you, and if it does follow, you can blame it on me. How about that?
Well, that's fair enough, I suppose.
Okay, she takes
Theophania will hand over her arm.
the splint off of you, and you see that your arm is healed, and laughing has been easier the past couple of days, as all of your broken bones had healed 2 days ago.
Oh, that's good. That was getting exhausting.
It's safe to, keep the splint on while you're on shore, but once you're healed, you should really take it off and, start getting some exercise with that limb.
Yes, I suppose. I suppose you're right. Yes. Still not keen on those mountains, though.
Ah, who is?
Maybe Nin. She seemed pretty pro-mountain.
There are some mountains that are nice, but, if you're fleeing a billion, trillion, cajillion insects out to eat your bones, no mountain is fun. Context
Do you think-
is key.
Oh, you're so right about that. Do you think we stand a chance of making it out?
Well, that's going to depend on how things go. Listen, it's not about chances at this point. It's about whether or not we manage to evade the enemy. We can only cover up our tracks so much. That will slow them down or confuse them enough. But they'll eventually pick up our trail again. We would want to be far enough away that when that happens, they won't be able to catch us before we get to safety. We want to make the pursuit of us more costly than letting us go.
Suppose you're right at that.
I just see D drawing lines.
It's fine.
Theophania, I think maybe you should keep your eyes peeled for a little bit, and then we'll switch off, and it'll be Crimson Ramia time.
So before you, I guess you're around while we're asleep then.
Mm-hmm.
Have I been talking in my sleep?
Well, you mumble. You're a mumbler. You're a sleep
Oh.
mumbler. It's nothing intelligible. Usually it's stuff like that kind of thing.
All right. Good.
You two tend to sweat a lot in your sleep, though.
Ah, yes. The terrors and the tremors and the nocturnal. Yes. Yeah.
You should see an alchemist. Get yourself something to help you sleep at night once we're back to civilization.
I might just. There might be someone I have to see about that.
Yes, an alchemist, I just said. And she walks away.
Alrighty.
Anything you want to do while you're up before you get up, Crimson?
Let me just see here. Can I use this my time on watch towards my little observant training?
Yeah, you can.
Sure. So what should I roll?
Perception check. That'll count towards both.
I love to disappoint. It's my favorite thing.
Okay. You don't see anything out of the ordinary on your watch.
Okie dokie. All right, then I go wake up Crimson.
Crimson, Theophania comes to wake you up.
Okay.
Crimson will look around, see if she sees Ramia.
She's milling about by one of the trees.
Crimson will just like mill around too. Slowly mill our way over.
Okay. You know, you can approach me like a normal person.
No, I gotta make it mysterious.
Okay.
Is it working?
No.
Darn.
Yep.
So, what are your thoughts on what's going on?
What do you mean, what's going on? We're leaving.
Well, we're being true. I mean, like in terms of being chased by a bunch of bugs and that kind of thing.
My thoughts on the matter are simple. Either we evade them, or we all die. Well, you all die.
Yeah, we'll all die.
And I will get chewed on for however long it takes for me to escape.
Oh, that's not good.
Nope. There are drawbacks to being immortal.
Oh. You mean you won't leave us? I thought we talked about you taking Sabria.
We did, but if they catch us, then there's really not much. I can't outrun that many bugs for that long. I will do my best, of course, but if it comes down to it, I might have no choice. We never know what the actual circumstances of these sorts of things are. But if it turns out that I can't escape with Sabria, I will.
Okay. That would be good.
Don't consign yourself to a harsh fate yet. We haven't been caught.
I know. But I just hope that you and Sabria can get out okay at the very least.
Well, for the little girl, for sure.
Hmm. Crimson kind of looks over at Agna and goes, "You think she's figuring out our route in her sleep?"
I think she just sees hexes and tables and mathematics in her sleep. She's been saying something about mileage every few minutes. It's great. It's honestly, I hope once all this is over, she finds some work in some administrative office, just doing math all day.
Rude. Rude.
Is that mean of me to wish upon her? Be a much simpler life.
It certainly would be, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I guess. I guess it's got me thinking about the future too. You know what I mean? Like, what to do after all the vampire hunting is over.
Vampire hunting's never over.
Oh, okay.
There's always more of them.
Oh, that's not good.
No, they're like mosquitoes. They just continue to persist, no matter how many of them you destroy.
So I guess talking about retirement plans, I guess that'd be Dee's retirement plan is working in an administration building.
Yes, that's her absolute hell.
Better or worse than vampire hunting, I wonder.
Probably better, to be honest. You won't have to slog through awful woods like these and go into dark, awful crypts to hunt them down. It's not a fruitful life. You don't earn anything doing this. This isn't something you get paid to do.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll be able to sing my money song at some point then.
Okay.
I have a song about singing where I sing about wanting money.
Sure, that's a big hit with tavern crowds.
Oh, it's a jaunty song. It's really fun.
If you're trying to convince me to give you permission to sing a song right now, I'm going to tell you I'm not going to do that because we don't know what might be listening to us.
That's true. That's true. I had a perfect opportunity back at that old lady's hut, and she just wouldn't let me sing.
Well, some people don't like joy. Some people are curmudgeons like that, you know?
Yeah, but it chased me away with a rake. Tisk.
Understandable. A rake is a very useful implement with all those teeth.
That's true. It can rake out my eyes
Right. Well,
and my tongue.
Yep.
Then how would I sing?
Yeah, that was, I think, the point. That was funny, okay?
You take pleasure in my suffering. Is that what you say?
No, I made a good pun. You're just not very receptive to puns. Teeth point.
Oh, okay.
It's not fun if you have to explain it.
Maybe it wasn't a good joke.
You're not a good joke. And she walks away.
Crimson goes on her watch.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay. Advantage because it's a perception, right?
Yes, it is a perception. So if you're
You
using
get advantage?
sight and hearing, yes.
Okay. Natural 20.
Very nice.
Nice.
Okay.
She sees all.
She only sees 21 points worth of all. As you're kind of like loitering about here and going on your little walk in your perimeter, you've noticed some things that have been kind of overlooked.
Mhm.
The trees, by like what looks to be like like a deer path or that sort of thing, have little symbols carved in them.
Mhm.
And that kind of draws your eye to some other strangeness in the bows above you, hanging from them occasionally. You didn't notice them before, but there are little effigies dangling about.
So help me God, CJ. If you've put us in the Blair Witch Woods, I am going to come there and hurt you.
You're going to come to the place where the Blair Witch Woods are to come and hurt me.
I'm coming to your house.
Okay, well, that place exists in the same place, same state as the Blair Witch Woods. So.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Seriously?
Yeah.
It's the perfect trap. It's the perfect.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, the Blair Witch Project was filmed in my state. Are you sure you want to cross that state line?
Is there anything I can roll to discern what is all this is, as they say?
You're asleep.
Oh, that's right. This is night. Never mind. In my dreams.
You're asleep.
Can Crimson kind of like motion to Rama quietly and like point out the stuff?
Yeah. She looks about and kind of works her way over to you because what?
There's symbols on the trees and there's stuff hanging from the boughs.
Okay.
You know what that is?
Haven't seen that before.
Okay. Can Crimson do some sort of check?
Sure. What kind of check you want to do?
History or religion?
Sure.
Does it seem more like a religion thing or more of a history thing?
No,
Let's try it.
That's a you question. You only get one though.
Okay. I guess I'll do a religion check.
Sure.
Because I think history of the area is something Crimson wouldn't know.
Yeah. These symbols don't match any iconography that you're aware of.
Okay. Okay, well, nice Nice knowing you, Ramya.
Do you think we're going? Okay, that's. What did I just say about being grim?
Just trying to keep it lighthearted. Grimly lighthearted.
Those two things don't match. All right, let's go wake Ogna and Nin.
Okay. And when Crimson wakes up Ogna, she's going to point out to the stuff hanging around and be like, it's a little weird out here.
I will absolutely be doing a religion check on that.
Sure.
Fuck me.
Yeah, you've never seen those symbols either.
Wonderful.
Well, another case of us leaving at first light. I'm glad we didn't stay in the other camp.
Uh, you know, the more time I spend around this part of the country, the more I wish I hadn't.
Yeah, I'm
This
starting to
is
feel
such a
similarly.
strange land.
Yeah, not my cup of tea, as it were, I think.
I think I would do damage to someone for a cup of my mother's tea.
I'd kill someone for any tea, actually.
She made this ginger tea only in the springtime. It was only ever in the springtime because that's when you could harvest the ginger. And it was so good. It was warm and bracing.
Would I have had ginger
Eh.
before?
No, probably
DM?
not. Probably not.
No?
No, probably not.
So I think as she's going off this, Agna will ask Min, what's ginger?
It's the root of a plant. And you can use it in cooking or in tea or in medicine. And it's wonderful. And in some amounts, it's spicy enough to make your eyes water. And other ones, it's just warm and comforting.
So it's an go ahead.
It goes well with honey. It goes with certain spices. It makes a meat dish sing. It is good.
So it's like an onion?
No, not in the slightest.
Weird. Maybe I'll get to try it if we get to the other side of this and we can find a city that has ginger tea and you can show us how it's nothing at all like an onion and I will eat crow, as they say.
You know what a carrot looks like.
Yeah, I know what a carrot looks like.
All right. Picture something like a carrot, but not as pointy and with more parts. And she was wiggling her fingers as she does this.
So it's carrot tea?
It's carrot shape, but you scrape off the skin, which is brown. And what's underneath it is this warm golden yellow.
Well, I'd love to try it.
If we find get somewhere with a decent market, I will find you, and they have ginger. I will make you tea.
It's a deal.
And it's a deal. And perhaps even put it in some food so you can see what that is like.
I'd
She
be
looks
happy
at
to eat
the
anything.
she looks at the food they've been collecting and she goes, some would go quite well right now.
I'd be happy to eat food with any spice in it again, actually.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, I think that's one of the biggest weaknesses that that works. That Cruent has. They don't have spices.
What?
They don't have spices. They don't have the warming spices like ginger or cinnamon. They don't have the peppers. Their food is
You can say bad. That's fine. You're not offending me. I'm not Corinthian.
it's not bad. It's just not as good as it could be. They depend far too much on onion and the peppercorns, and other things other than, trying different. And it's hard sometimes.
In before Nin and Agna found the East Corinthian Trading Company and take the world's spices.
But think of all the math I could do. And
Think of all the math.
Not only think of all the math, just, I'm sorry, we would be far nicer than the East Indian Trading.
yeah, yeah. Point of order.
All right. Do you
Point of
guys
order.
want to move at a stealthy or leisurely pace into the next hex?
Leisurely.
Or which way you want to go? This one or this one?
D?
Did that not go further away from the road?
This one. Okay.
Yes.
Survival.
Very good roll.
I will take that.
Okay. For this next move, do you want to be leisurely or not?
I think leisurely.
Okay. Which one?
Northeast of us, to the edge of the river.
Okay. That night at camp, the Woodstalker returns. And it again watches whoever is sleeping from first watch on.
You should have sprung that on us after we decided who was on
Yeah,
watch.
who's doing first watch?
Yeah, I should have, but I did.
Oh.
I kind of jumped on it. So, who do you want to condemn
Kindness.
to have to deal with the Woodstalker's presence?
Definitely.
I think-
Anya.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say Agna or not Agna, Theophania and Crimson
Ooh. Okay.
and Romnia.
Okay. That sounds like your cleric and your rogue are leaving the two of you to deal with the Woodstalker tonight.
So it sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So first watch, Crimson, Theophania.
Mhm.
Which one of you's first?
Oh, for what? For our perception check?
Yeah, are you
Or-
guys doing the first watch, the watch all through the night, or are you doing switch offs?
Switch offs.
Okay.
Okay.
So which one of you wants to go first?
I'll do it. Why not?
Sure.
Here we go.
Okay.
Show me that one.
That was
Close.
so close. So close.
Close.
You know, you are so distracted by this thing. You can't really focus on much else. It's very off-putting that it just kind of is standing in the middle of your camp, watching those of you that are sleeping sleep. It does wait until, like, you guys start to go to sleep before it shows up. And when it does show up, it's instant. It's just suddenly there. And it's watching Crimson and Agna and Nin and Sabria sleep. And Dart sleep.
I don't like it.
What don't you like about it?
It's just standing there
Yeah,
menacingly.
it could be doing this.
Yep.
Yeah.
At any moment, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm. And you're so calm.
Well, there's not a lot I can do about it, so it's kind of part of the, you know, part of the deal with this place. Kind of sign up for it when you're here. I'm surprised you haven't heard stories of these things.
You can hear a bedtime story and then think, oh, the bedtime story. And then get invaded by demons and believe that, oh, yes, the nightmares are real and I've seen the shape of them now. I know the shape of them. Here we are. And then you learn that vampires are real and you think, ah, all right then. Here we are. I've topped out. That's it. That's the limit.
Mm.
And then this happens and it's just there's always a new low, isn't there?
There's always a new horrible thing lurking around in the shadows, yes.
Yeah.
Welcome
that's
to
the
life. Mm-hmm.
Very particular life.
Yep, sure is. Let's rewind there for a second. You said something about being taken over by demons.
I said invaded by demons.
You mean like the country, not yourself.
Yes.
You haven't been invaded by demons.
No, I have not been invaded by demons.
I see. Not had one like whispering at the edges of your mind, trying to break into wear you as a skin suit?
I was sort of expecting that to happen in those tunnels.
That would be kind of the place where that would happen.
Yes. Though, I mean, I don't know how much use I would be as a skin suit, really.
Well, if it was your skin suit, right? You know that when they do that, they kind of like warp it to their own ends, and eventually it begins to reflect them, yes?
Oh, so the skin takes on the vessel takes on the mien of the thing which it contains.
Yes, sort of. Over a long enough period of time, that is what happens. So, like, I guess you can use it as sort of a gauge as to like how taken over a person is, but it's not really the best gauge, because like some of them can just like wear your skin, and then like they're fully themselves underneath, because they're like shaped like us, right? Those are the ones that are the most dangerous. We've seen some fairly dangerous ones so far, like a Roganoi, for example. Very monstrous in appearance, yes?
Yes.
Right. Not as much of a threat as one that is more human in appearance.
What makes the ones that are more human in appearance so dangerous?
But they're more akin to the general shape that like the gods have set down for things of sentience and sapience, right? Whether the general humanoid shape that is the case. This is I don't fully understand it myself, but like for example, the Ith and the Scaldi are also sentient and sapient peoples, and they are also mostly shaped in the same way. Now they're a little bit more bestial, I guess is the best way to put it, than humans and elves, for example, but they are still people, right? A demon that is more people-like than not is more dangerous than not. Stronger, they are more easily able to infiltrate and sow discord and chaos. They're more dangerous.
But are they also commensurately less driven by something as overtly monstrous, such as a giant tummy-mouthed creature that really wants to put you on the menu?
I think on average, you could probably say yes. Though that would probably be a bad thing to rely on.
Fair
Like,
enough.
if you're expecting a less, chained nature, like a Roganoi was a very hungry boy, right?
Yes.
If you're expecting a less chained nature than his, because he was a slave to his own gluttony, then it's a mistake to expect that less chained nature to be easier to deal with.
So they're harder to deal with because they're not
Chained
as...
to their whims, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, because he was a slave to his own gluttony. That was his weakness, as well as all of his other weaknesses. But that was his main psychological weakness. So, Somhai is a hunter. That's her chain. She is a hunter. She is an insect. She only knows how to hunt and eat and destroy in that way. Something that was shaped like Marusaraf. He's more dangerous. He's more of a human shape than the other two. He's more recognizably mannish, right? Because he's got, he's got some things about him that are clearly not human, right? The little beady eyes and his horns and shit, right? But everything else about him is more humanish than not. And so he's got that intellect that is so dangerous with us. He's got that drive and ambition that is so dangerous. He's got, those extra things, and he's not chained to his nature. Right? While we were busy shuffling Sabria around and whatnot, he went and made brand new monsters. Right? Those beasts. He went and made those while we were doing. He went and did something else.
He's not as obsessive.
Right, he's more dangerous than the others. Long term, big picture, right? So. But this thing here, she points back to the Woodstalker. And it's moved since you guys have stopped keeping an eye on it. It's now kind of just hanging out near you guys, but still watching the sleeping people. It's like 15 feet away from you. She goes, this thing here, though, is part of the local furniture, if you know what I mean.
Well, I suppose that's true.
You can take comfort in that it's going to behave exactly the way it would normally behave in all circumstances. It's just very pissed off about what's been happening in its woods. And it suspects us of being the ones doing the thing, but it has not caught us doing the thing yet. So,
is there a way we could assure it that we are not?
Oh no, it doesn't communicate in the same way that we do.
Right, but what if I perhaps, for instance, planted a tree?
Do you have a tree to plant in your back pocket there, Theophania? Have I missed it?
Oh, that. Oh. Ah.
Perhaps it's in your front pocket?
I see we were thinking along the same lines, but whereas I was too nervous to make that, you seized the day. That's
Mm-hmm.
wonderful. I didn't know you were interested in my tree, Ramya.
Not like that. only in
Just
where else you plan to plant that flag.
interesting, not even a scientific curiosity.
Mm-mm.
Well, I don't. So, boo earns to that. I was just spitballing. Maybe if we find like an acorn or a seed or something, we could just calmly and very gently plant that, to prevent this creature from turning us into stick figures.
Okay. Well, you keep an eye out for an acorn.
Well, Ramya,
Yes.
I know you're not. You've made it clear you're really after vampires. That's your bread and butter.
Okay.
And you're not any kind of demonologist.
No, this is true.
But it sounds like when you speak, you've had a lot of experience coming across them.
Good. No.
Not in an academic sense, but
Yes. Everything that I speak about is from experience. I don't sit in a library and study long-winded academic texts about things. I'm more of a, oh, look at the pretty art kind of gal. But, I learned a lot through my travels, and I've picked up what I've picked up from that. So, my sisters are more... Well, Rahal, that slut, is more of a, knows in the books and doing witchcraft and spells and that kind of shit. Razzia is more of the artist out of the three of us.
wait, why is if your sister is a magic scholar and into libraries, how is she also a slut?
It's the way she dresses. The way she throws herself at people. It's so annoying. She's like, oh, Rahal walks into the room and everyone's like, oh, Rahal, look at you. You look so beautiful, blah, 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 blah. And then, she gets all the attention because, she's barely wearing anything at all. And then, I'm over here not getting even looked at for 5 minutes because everyone's just so smitten with her. And, it's just annoying.
Ramya,
Mm-hmm.
Theophania offers her a hand, like a little. He doesn't quite make contact like last time. It's almost like she hovers her hand over with almost like permission for a hand pat.
Okay. She puts her hand forward.
Theophania pats Ramya's hand and says, "I think I know something about what that feels like, but I assure you, you are quite beautiful."
Thank you. I know that. It's not a self-esteem, me comparing myself to my sister. Oh, it used to in childhood, maybe a little bit. We had a hard time not comparing ourselves to each other. But, I got over it. Now I can kind of brush it off comedically by calling her a slut every time I mention her name. But if you were to say such a thing about my sister, I would split you from neck to groin. Because she's my sister. And I can say that about her.
You feel that strongly about her?
I love my sister. So much.
What's that like?
Indescribable? It's not something I would be able to describe to someone who hasn't felt that sort of feeling. But it is sort of like a compulsion. Like, if she were in trouble, I would drop everything and go to her. My own needs be damned. My own safety be damned.
Theophania actually looks. I mean, actually, Ramya would be able to see this, but for a moment, she forgets that Ramya can see in the dark, and Theophania looks a little sad. around the eyes.
Hmm.
She says, that sounds wonderful.
It's a lot of things. Wonderful, heartbreaking, frustrating. It's many emotions all at the same time. So luckily she does not need me very often. But it is what it is. Well, we've spent enough time. We should perhaps continue on with our watch.
I did have one final question. Have you ever then run across demons who are not on board with the whole kill everything, eternal crusade of hatred type thing? I would assume the bestial types and the oroganoid types wouldn't be really capable of that nuance.
I know it's a lot more complicated than it appears to be on the surface. I know that they have their own petty squabbles as we do. We learned a lot from them in our early days.
We learned from them.
Yes. In our early days, demons were all too eager to give us information. How to use magic well, how to build, like, empires, that sort of stuff. Right? How to build a nation, but it was always, like, couched as such. But what it really was exerting one's will over others. It was how to dominate others. That was the poison in it. They've been poisoning us with information like that for millennia. People have always wanted the means to protect each other, means to protect their families, means to provide for one another. And the few sick members of us can't see past themselves. They have no ability to connect with other people. And so they desire only for themselves. Those people more easily entreat with demons because they see that is a means to gain more power over others, and here we are. Several centuries deep in a continuous decline of sorts. So yes, we've learned much from them. They taught us almost everything we know about dominating and controlling others. Right down to some people are just born better than others. And she kind of like raises her eyebrows at you. I would know. I was born a noblewoman. That doesn't mean that I am better than that lady that we left behind. Intrinsically. Just means that I was afforded more opportunities and privileges than she was. I had a jump start.
Right. Were you there?
Where?
You speak about it like you were there and watched it all happen.
I'm very old. I've seen it happen a lot. It's the same story over and over again, where like some cloistered little fucker, you know what I mean? He's got scraggly beard and that sort of thing, and he's all like, "Oh, women won't talk to me. Nobody will, blah 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 blah. No one will, pay attention to me. I'm better than us. Blah 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 blah." Right? You know that type. Piece of shit. Yeah, he's blaming everyone else for his problems and not really taking any responsibility for himself. So, yeah, this is the kind of guy who will like, cut off a goat's head and like draw a weird funky circle and try to summon a demon, right? Will spend most of his time failing. Until at some point his mind and his psyche becomes so weak that when his he starts entreating them to come into himself, Like, you know, those old tales about like keeping like garlic over your windows and to bathe in certain like in like seawater or in like blessed water or like garlic soaked water. But to do those kinds of things to keep them away from you, all of that is just like mentally fortifying. That you believe that it's protecting you, and so it does. It makes you feel strong. It makes you feel, protected. They stop doing those things because they want them to get in. And letting them in, asking them to come in, is how they get in. And once they get in, that's when the conversation starts. It's when they start exchanging information and influence. And really, the demon is the one that is taking control and is dominating. Eventually, the person's fully possessed or summons their master into the world, and havoc ensues, right? So. Anyway, you should get some sleep. And she kind of skips over to Crimson and wakes her up. Crimson, it's your turn for watch. Do not bother the Woodstalker, and remember to not set any fires or anything like that.
Okay, sounds good.
He's right over. Oh, no, he has moved. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, the Woodstalker has positioned itself looking at Theophania directly straight down. While she's trying to sleep.
Huh, he really likes Theophania, huh?
And it seems to. Anyway, I'm going to do my check, unless there's something you want to chat about.
No, I feel like you probably had a long chat with Theophania already.
Oh, well, she was full of questions. Night. I think she's getting a little bit of what she is asked. Well, no, she doesn't deserve this. I mean, look at her. And I imagine Theophania's just kind of like wide-eyed staring up at it as it's staring down at her.
She's whimpering in her sleep with her eyes closed.
I don't think she deserves this. So, anyway, I'm gonna go for a walk then.
Alright. Have fun.
Mm-hmm. The eyes peeled, and she goes for her walk.
Okay.
You may make a perception check if you'd like.
Okay. With advantage?
Yes.
Perception. Here we are. It's advantage. Not great.
No. You don't see anything out of the ordinary on your watch.
I guess you'll
Other
just
than
watch.
the giant tree.
I guess you'll just keep an eye on the giant tree guy.
Yeah, the giant
kind of like.
Yeah, the giant tree monster's kind of like, very difficult to not pay attention to.
I guess she'll just hum to herself a little bit, very quietly, while she's on her watch.
Okay. And if Agna wants to do anything for her watch other than roll her check. And Nin.
I'm so tired. I'm going to roll a check.
And then you may also roll for yours.
That's got to get me something.
It does, yes. There are some crows loitering about in a tree nearby.
Do they seem like abnormal crows?
Describe to me what a normal crow is like.
Are they acting like crows, or do they seem like they have some sort of magical influence associated with them? And I'm happy to roll an Arcana check for that.
Yes, you may roll an Arcana check if you'd like.
Well, those are some fucking crows, I guess.
Those birds are birds.
Total burb. All the burb.
Yep. And Nin, if you'd like to roll your perception check, you may. You do not notice the crows.
I will tell Nin about the crows.
Okay, you tell Nin about the crows.
I can't tell if they are just crows or if they are spying on us, but there are a murder of them over in that tree. And she'll point to the tree.
That is such a strange thing to say about crows.
That they're watching us?
No, that they're a murder.
That's what you call a group of crows.
In current,
What do you call them in Hansai?
Kanko.
Oh, well, okay. Well, it's a whatever that is of crows in that tree.
Crows can be mischief makers or tricksters. They can also be
Or-
kind.
Sure, or they can be sent by somebody tailing us. I don't really want to do anything to them because it'll piss off the wood guy.
The wood guy has
Well, there is-
moved since, and he is kind of just like standing near you, Agna, and watching you.
And so we will leave the crows alone, but I think we should watch what they do tomorrow.
Fair enough. You go rest. I'll wake you with false dawn.
Ugh, I'm up. I'll stay up with you.
You need your rest, Agna. If nothing else, lay down and rest your body if you cannot rest your mind.
Fine. And she'll do that.
Okay. The next day,
Dun dun dun.
would you guys like to proceed at a leisurely pace, a stealthy pace,
I think
hastened place?
one day, yeah, I think one day on this side of the river, stealthy, one day towards the other side of the river, stealthy, to get us back up to like the full hex, as it were. I guess my question is, as we move stealthily towards this side of the river, do we see like can I get a lay of the land of the river or the spot in the riverbank that we come up to, I guess is what I'm asking.
Sure, yeah.
Good heavens.
Sorry,
No, I was going, who sneezed?
it was me.
Oh, okay.
It was me! Okay.
Come on.
Okay, so you would be making a survival check to search this riverbank for a ford to cross it. So survival to do that. As far as lay of the land, this is a broad river at this point, but it's not super broad. It's maybe 1,000 feet across. It's not that big for rivers. You have no idea how deep it is up here, but because this is fairly close to the source, it's probably very deep.
I do have water walk. So I'm less concerned about a spot to ford
Okay.
in so much as I am more worried about I guess speed, and if we see anything that would catch us out in the middle of the river, anything that would be watching, like what I'm more interested in the surroundings than I think the fording itself. Does that make sense?
Yes, then perception checks would be appropriate. See if you see anything out of the ordinary.
Perception or survival for Nin?
Perception, because you're looking for potential threats.
Okay.
Okay, that's 3 of you. rolled for dart. It's been a while since I've rolled for dart. Oh wow. Look at Dark Griffin. Doing work. Did Theophania want to roll a perception check or no?
I can do that. I have no problem with this.
Okay.
But the dice have a problem with this, so that's fine.
Yeah. Dart
It
points.
could have been way worse.
Yeah. Dart points out some crows on the other side of the bank. He goes, you know, not that it's anything, but there are crows over there.
Can I roll a religion check fast?
Sure. I mean, you can roll it slow if you want. You know, the speed doesn't matter to me. You deserved that one. 20.
Son, you walked into that one jaw first.
Yeah, I did. I really did. I'm looking to know if crows would be associated with any cult. I'm trying to figure out if these are associated with the cult at Black Crag. Is what I'm trying to do. Like, would I know enough about like what a symbol of like a cult that like has crows as a symbol or like anything of that nature?
So, yeah, I get the line of inquiry. To kind of like give you some good information here because you did roll really well. Crows are as described as usual, which is they're intelligent, mischievous, you know, like family-oriented kind of birds. They, you know, they can seem to be behaving oddly, you know, when they're just being themselves a lot of the time. But because they're, you know, they're creatures that are comparatively intelligent, right? They also make wonderful spies. Because they can, you know, from like a magical standpoint, their thoughts can be more easily translated. From a religious standpoint, though, you do know that, you know, if you wanted to like get an animal messenger, a crow would be perfect. If you wanted to get like a creature to be a spy for you, a crow would be perfect. As far as like religious use of them, not a thing. But spellcaster use, definitely a thing. And you know where your powers come from. And many other spellcasters that aren't natural born sorcerers, like, you know, a lot of people, which is, you know, not that many really, it's less than 1%, are natural born spellcasters. Those that are spellcasters, vast majority would fall under the cleric warlock of you get your powers from someone else, which is usually a deity. Most of the time it's a bad deity because the good deities aren't, well, not good, but like the neutral gods aren't handing out favors to everyone on a regular basis, right? It's not very often. So, if these crows, which they could be because, you know, unless they're following you for some other reason, if these crows are following you for a purpose, it's because they're being directed to by some kind of sorcerer, be they a cleric or a warlock of a, you know, of a particular persuasion. And the place that would most likely have a density of such a spellcaster is the local cult, the local dark gods cult. So being
Bad news.
yeah, being paranoid about this is the right move. These crows are probably watching you. They probably have been watching you for some time. You just haven't noticed them yet. So if you're concerned about leaving this area without being seen by the local cult, you've probably already been seen by the local cult. They probably know you're there.
I think we're being watched. I know we're being watched. I'm 90% sure those are the same crows we saw last night. I don't know how long they've been following us for. And I'm also pretty sure they are reporting back to somebody at Black Crag. And
You have
Go ahead.
you have you had know something about Black Crag that you're not telling the rest of us.
I wish I did, honestly.
You're afraid of it for a reason. Why are you afraid of it?
What do you think they're gonna do to us?
Well, I don't know who's there.
They... Have you ever heard death is kind? In a
Yes.
way. This is that. Whatever they would do to us is going to be worse than death.
But who are they?
They are cultists who are following one of the dark gods because they think it is going to be a better afterlife or a better eternity than what the rest of us are walking into. Seated at the right hand of whatever table they've signed their name onto. And so they're loyal to the demons. And it is a bad bad time getting caught, I would say. I would not recommend it. How many crows are... Go ahead, sorry.
These are who you were with before you took up the other mantle, aren't they?
I don't know that it's the same, but I can guess that it's probably pretty similar. We were at least focused on finding knowledge and finding books and finding pieces and scraps of history and obliterating it.
Why?
Because that's what was asked of us.
Ian looks completely and utterly confused, okay? You intentionally destroyed your history.
Yes. That's what Answerib wanted. It was, in retrospect, probably trying to keep far-flung knowledge under wraps or contained, or to feed him specifically and his desire for knowledge. I don't know what to tell you, Nin. I was there since I was a kid. But I can tell you that at least that involved a lot of libraries and a lot of books and a lot of transcribing and hiding yourself away. I have no idea what these fuckers do. It could be that. Could be worse.
Were you going to ask how many crows they were?
Yeah.
Okay. If you take a few minutes to count the number of crows on the other side of the bank, there are 19 of them.
Oh, God. How far away is the other side of the bank?
About 1,000 feet.
I think we move. And they even caught us stealthed. No, we didn't. No, we haven't gone stealthy. I think we do our 2 days of stealth on this side of the river, going east. Get to the next hex. Hope they lose us watching us from the other side of the bank. Because there's nothing we can do at that distance where we wouldn't be spotted crossing.
Ramia,
Unless folks... Go ahead, Ramia.
Ramia is gonna go ahead, look at you, and ask. And, she goes, "This is going to sound like a stupid question, but what year is it?"
That's a great question. What year is it?
If you look at
It's
if you look at your calendar,
10. I have that somewhere. My calendar
Isn't it-
just has 23? 1023?
Isn't it 10:51?
it's 10:50.
10:50.
Yeah.
10:50. Theophania says very curiously.
She goes, "Oh, okay. That's bad. It's very bad. It's very, very bad. Okay.
Why?
Don't, well, I would say don't worry about it, but it is worrisome. So I'm going to say I can't stress enough that we're in deep shit. So,
Ramya, are we in deeper shit than we were 24 hours ago?
technically no, but we didn't know how deep the shit was when 24 hours ago. So, no, technically, but yes, all the same.
Are you saying we should just ford it now? Or are you saying we should try to avoid the crows that are definitely spying on us?
Well, here's the thing. The crows can see us. However, they can't hear us. We're too far. They can see us discussing things, so it's obvious we're discussing how to get across the river at the very least. There are no crows nearby us at the moment, which is wonderful. That's a boon. They were expecting us to cross the river here. So they're being directed, right? Intelligence would suggest that they're expecting us to cross here. Doing something unexpected would tip them off that we know. Doing what is expected would have us play further into whatever hands they're dealing for us. This cult of Ka it's a cult of Ka, is called the Screams of Eternal Death. That's sort of their whole thing, is that it is not going to be a pleasant time if they catch us, and it looks like they will.
How do you know that?
Well, I'm very familiar with the cults of Ka, and there's this thing called the Book of Ka. It's a religious book, but it is mostly prophetic. It writes out what the future will hold. This is now that she mentions the Book of Ka, this is something that you are actually very aware of, and you've actually had your hands on a copy before. It's a prophetic text. It lays out in sort of the same way that like any religious text does what the future will hold. And so she's referencing during this era, this particular cult is finding its footing, and it is bloodthirsty. So.
What do I remember about 1050 from the Book of Ka? What do I have to fucking roll for that, CJ?
You should roll a religion check because it is mostly a religious text.
Too long. Haven't read it in a long time. Haven't read it in a minute.
For your understanding, and this is a text you've worked with a lot, I mean, this is a bad year for humanity most of the years during the crusading period in the text are bad years for humanity. But like the real bad year is 1052. That's
Okay.
so you're probably from a big picture kind of thing. This isn't the worst it's gonna get. It's gonna get much worse. But you don't see a reason to refute what she's saying. There's a lot of cults that spring up in this period, before 1052 as sort of like a, recruitment drive kind of period where they're building their numbers, that sort of thing, before a larger conflict.
I think we try to cross here and try to lose them in the woods.
Ramya,
I
why
think
was
that's-
why was the year relevant?
Oh. In a sort of future-oriented way. We're in the period where lots of cults are beginning to form, this one being one of the biggest ones, and one of the ones that is the most dangerous. So it's specifically mentioned.
In
The Book of Ka.
can I insight check?
Yeah,
No, I can't.
you believe her.
Yeah, no, straight up. Yeah, that sounds absolutely right. You funky vampire is not what Theophania says, but go on.
Ramia,
Mm.
Agna,
Mm.
you're both talking about this book as if what it says is true, as that it's something that's going to happen or has happened.
Well, yes. Has happened, will happen again. Prophetic, retelling. Yes. I don't think you need to worry about it, other than the fact that we need to not be here anymore. And quickly. Because they are... It's bad news.
I would not be surprised if they are keeping track of our progress from the road.
If we head across the river here, we'll be very close to the road.
Right, but if we move further east, we'll still have to cross the river at some point, sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm.
Speed is our ally at this point and our only one. We have to be able to outrun them or we will be caught. That will be bad for all of us.
I think 2 days. I think 2 days of stealth after we get across the river. Try to lose them, and then we fucking breakneck until we need some rest.
Victory Gap is too far.
No, I mean we'll have to turn the corner around
I know.
Black Crag, and but at least get to where the bend is.
I would just prefer to be going to Victory Gap, but it's too far.
Way too far.
We'll never make it. They'll catch us first.
No.
Well, there's also this is risky. I do want to pose the idea. What do we think about climbing?
Black Crag?
No, not that. No. I mean the wall. Climb the wall.
You mean the wall? How high is the wall? Like 100 feet? 100 something? Oh, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Right?
Yes. But once we're on top of it, they won't be able to reach us in numbers. It's also very risky because it is very dangerous and very high. I could get Sabria up easily, but the rest of you would be draining and taxing, and it would be a hard climb.
I have something for that.
Do you?
Well, let me just, if I'm right.
Really?
Yeah, I do have something for that actually.
Okay. Well, it's an option.
It'll make our traversal easier a bit.
Okay. So, if they have beaten us to the bend, then we will have to. If they have beaten us to the bend, Ogna, there's no way we're going to make it to Ackelberg along the road. They will outpace.
No.
They will outpace us.
So do we just do we even bother with stealth, or do we just fucking make a break for it?
I think we should just make a bit break for it now.
Okay! Alright! Fuck it, we ball! Let's do it!
Quoted. Ogna quoted, "Fuck it, we ball."
I will cast Water Walk on the full group.
Okay. You cast Water Walk on the full group, and you guys walk across the water, right at the crows. Sabria does a "I'm watching you" gesture at the crows. Just she's a kid. She's doing that. Okay, and that'll be the day's travel because it's over water. Now, you guys want to move? What kind of speed do you want to move at?
I think we do 30 miles. I think we do 2 very fast days.
Okay.
So there are 2 levels of fast. There's quickened and hastened. Quickened will be 30 miles, and you'll have to make a con save at the end of the day. Hastened is 45 miles. You still have to make the exhaustion check at the end of the day, and I roll twice on the encounter table and pick the worst of the 2 options. So you will cover more distance, but the encounter table will be the worst of the 2 options, and you still got to roll the con save. But that takes you 45 miles.
I think 30 miles. What do you think?
If things are as bad as you and Raman make them out to be, and we will be having a discussion about this, we should run.
Hasten then?
Hasten.
Is that really worth it?
Does the
Penalty.
DC change on the exhaustion check, DJ?
No, it does not.
Still a 10. Okay.
Is that number going to give us the speed we need, or are we just panicking? Because if we can get the speed we need at like 30, then I don't know about risking it like that.
We don't know is the problem.
The only group big enough to keep track of on the map right now is this Legion. So
Yeah.
they're
I would say we could do a crazy thing, and we could cut across the road now. It just puts us really fucking close. But that gets us past the worst of the bend. Faster.
Can we see the road from where we're at currently, DM?
No, because it's there's miles between you and the road.
Okay.
If you strained your hearing, you might be able to hear horses running if it's a lot of them, but
let's put it to a vote. Fucking hell. Put it to a vote. I say I think 30. I think 30.
Okay. If you think 30, put a 1 in the Foundry chat. If you think 45, put a 2. If you want something else, put a 0. Okay, that's 2.
Sorry, 45 is 2?
45 is 2. 30 is 1.
Well, it doesn't matter what I vote. I guess if I vote 2, then we'll be tied.
Yes, if you vote 2, then you'll be tied, in which case I will flip a coin. For Ramia's vote, essentially.
For
For Dart's vote.
Yeah.
Somebody's vote.
for darts.
For the
There is-
for the tie-breaking vote.
Yeah, there is no to be clear, learning. There is no personal stake on what you vote. Like, do what you think. It
Yeah,
is.
truly. Truly.
It will be fine either way.
Okay. So 30 miles it is. Which hex are you moving to? You want to go to this one?
I think that one, unless
I
anyone
think-
else feels otherwise.
I think that one
Yeah.
too.
That one? Okay. Alright. Let me go ahead and roll on the encounter table. If I can fucking find it. There it is. I found it. You guys are like, man, a hex crawl has never felt so stressful.
Okay, I have Can't Hold Us playing in my head right now from Macklemore.
Yes, make your con saves.
Yeah.
Oof.
Crimson, you're exhausted.
Okay.
You have one level of exhaustion.
Okay. I'll go and put that on my thing.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Con save for Dart. Then one for Spria.
Oh, Dart's exhausted.
Yes, he is. Okay. Okay, yeah. So Crimson's exhausted. Everybody else passed other than Dart. Okay. Okay. As you begin, your day walking through the woods the following morning, want everyone to make a intelligence check.
Straight intelligence check.
Great intelligence check.
Theo, now is
Correct.
not the time.
In fairness, you rolled a saving throw, but just flat out, you did roll better than me, so.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, he should be rolling this at disadvantage. Yeah. Okay. And
Should I roll again?
yeah, yours needs to be rolled at disadvantage, Lornia.
Alright, so I just roll one more time?
Yeah.
Alright. Ability check.
Okay, there you go. There's the proper check.
Mm-hmm. You and Dart are too tired to really be thinking about much right now. Nin,
I got a natural 20.
you did. Nin, Theophania's too tired as well to really be thinking about much right now. Nin and Agna. Let me see right here. I gotta do one more roll. Okay. Nin and Agna. You both notice something strange is going on. It's been a couple of hours of you guys moving at this hastened pace this following morning. You don't remember having a conversation about that. You don't remember breaking camp. It's starting to occur to you that you've been moving at this pace since yesterday. And the sun hasn't gone down. And this is unnatural. It's winter. It should be dark already. Like, you're in Skaraptica and it is dark normally. It is almost like night-like, sort of like a twilight kind of place all the time. When the sun is up. But when the sun is down, it is pitch black in Skaraptica. You can't see 5 feet in front of you if you don't have dark vision. That's how dark it gets under these trees. It's been bright too long for the season. There's something wrong.
We're in trouble, aren't we? Nin looks at Agna. We're in trouble.
Yes, we are. I'm going.
Is Robnia with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
You're
I'm
more
going-
magic than we are. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Go. Finish your thought.
Romnia, you're more magical than we are. Or at least I am.
Magical. That's, I suppose, a way to put it.
Can you tell if we've been bespelled?
She looks like she's thinking there for a moment, and then goes, "Oh no."
Uh-huh. Oh no, what?
You hear another voice, a new voice. This one makes your blood go cold. I did not think such a simple illusion would trouble you, Ramia Van Cressa. For all your legendary skill with a blade, for all the vampires you've destroyed, a simple spell like that trapped you and your companions like bloated little flies in the spider's web. Ramia kind of growls and makes a face, like animal, goes, Cain. Me. You've delivered me the girl and some snacks, how thoughtful. Musaraf will be happy to hear he can get on with his experiments, and perhaps I will toy with the snacks long after you are incapacitated, or drop them into Skaraptica for Somhide to chase and hunt down one by one. Gifts for all of my friends. Tearing you limb from limb will be a gift to myself. She growls. Oh, is that all you've got in you? Little growl? Vampires are ambush predators, deceivers, manipulators, parasites, and a drain on the fabric of life itself. Why am I telling you? You are one. Did your companions know that you ambiently feed off all the life around you? that while many of your companions die from their wounds in battle, some too die from just being around you long term. You should all.
Still would be a better death than what you say,
He,
bitch.
he addresses you, the man sitting in front of you in a chair. Says, "You should all just join us now and retain your will. And you, Ramia Van Cressa. Ka would like a word with you." And that is where we will call our session for the evening. As Baldric Kane rises from his throne.
Well, GG, guys.
Who the fuck is Kane?
We've had one boss battle, yes, but what about second boss battle?
Actually, this would be third. This would be 11's.
Tea time. Supper. Dinner.
All right.
Again, who the f is this?
This is a little bit of a callback to earlier sessions. So
Yeah, Ramia mentioned Baldric Kane, that she was hunting him.
That's right, she did.
She did,
think-
yeah.
I think Lee's encountered him in another, or at least he's definitely come up before. I remember the name.
Baldric Kane was in a City's Independence. No spoilers for that campaign, but it is very, very interesting series of events. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now for those of us watching. Thank you for coming out and joining us. For my players, thank you for, hanging in there and playing a little bit past time, but all's well. And I hope you all had a good evening.
Good night.
Good
See you
night.
in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.